Shalom. First and foremost, all praise, honor, and glory to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Ba'ashem.
double honor to the apostles. It sounds like you try to do this thing in sincerity and truth and with charity. Salaki. And as you can see, this open forum, man, have the spirit. Guys, man, that's what we're going to go into. You know what? You know what we can do? We're going to pull up RT and we're going to follow the spirit. Let's do that. Without watching it, somebody grab that. Luke, the one in Luke when it says, pray. No, it's not. Let us stand upon our watch and pray that we be not taken by these things to come. It's like Luke 21 and 36.
This is Luke chapter 21, verse 36. Watch ye therefore and pray always, that ye may be accounted worthy to escape all these things that shall come to pass, and to stand before the Son of Man.
Can somebody read? I want you to read that over. Somebody read that Ezekiel 13. And really, you can start at 1. In fact, let's read Ezekiel 13 and we'll come to that and then see what's popping on RT.
Start at 1. It's Ezekiel 13:1. It says, "And the word of the Lord Yahweh came unto me, saying, Son of man, prophesy against the prophets of Israel, and prophesy, say thou unto them, and prophesy out of their own hearts. Hear ye the word of the Lord Yahweh. It says, Thus saith the Lord God, woe unto the foolish prophets that follow their own spirit and have seen nothing. O Israel, thy prophets are like the foxes in the deserts. You have not gone up into the gaps, neither made up the hedges for the house of Israel to stand in the battle in the day of the Lord Yahweh."
And that's the thing, man. These false prophets out here, people that's grabbing hold to this word, that's what they're not doing. All right, they're not teaching our people about warning our people. They're not warning about the times we're coming in, man. The Lord is about to bring great death and destruction. All right, because at the end of the day, somebody grabbed that second Esdras 4, I believe. If what song be not overturned, they cannot come with the song with good. Okay, because Israel, we're not in our land. All right, the Israelites are not in our land, and before that happens, great destruction got to come to this place, man. All right, that's why Isaiah 61 mentions them. That's what the good news is. The good tidings is the Lord's about to deliver us out of this hell. All right, and He's going to destroy our enemies.
This is 2nd Ezra chapter 4, verse 27. And cannot comprehend the things that are promised to the righteous in time to come. For this world is full of unrighteousness and infirmities. But as concerning the things whereof thou asked me, I will tell thee. For the evil is sown, but the destruction thereof is not yet come. If therefore that which is sown be not turned upside down, and if the place where the evil is sown pass not away, then cannot it come that is sown with good.
That's right. So this place has to get met with, like you said, destruction. Man. In order for us to get the kingdom of heaven, destruction has to come. And which is proof that the people in that land, they're not the Israelites, man. All right? Plain and simple. They're not the Israelites. What was the great destruction at? What was the day of the Lord at, man? Why aren't they keeping the laws perfectly? Hey, the one dude, they got a whole scandal with the dude in Brazil, man. they titled it "Why So Shellfish?"
Mm-hmm.
And man, Lord, I can find a picture and ship your RT on YouTube.
YouTube videos are like a thing behind from the website.
So I should go to the website.
Yeah.
Okay, let me go to the website.
I got one for you real quick, if I may. This is Ecclesiastes 10:5. There is an evil which I have seen under the sun, as an error which proceedeth from the ruler. Right? Okay, so hey, man, right now, that man, the sin is in the driver's seat right now, man. So everything's surely you're turning the things upside down, should be esteemed as a potter's clay, man. Everything's turned out upside down, man, and everybody's walking around like this is the way shit's supposed to be, man. Hey, now you get shunned for being a heterosexual, man. Okay? You know what I'm saying? This place has to be overturned, man. The scripture says, I shall overturn.
I will overturn it.
I will overturn it, man.
Right.
Okay, hey, flip mode is the greatest, man. You know what I'm saying? Hey, so we wait for the Lord to flip this shit right now, man.
Let me go ahead and screenshot this, man. Right up.
Women ruling over men, nothing but debauchery, man. You know?
Scripture for you, Ak.
Go ahead.
This is Habakkuk, chapter 1.
Was that one guy said, if I was the devil, I'd keep doing what I've been doing. You know? So go ahead.
Got Habakkuk 1 and 4. It says, therefore the law is slack, and judgment doeth never go forth. For the wicked doeth compass about the righteous. Therefore wrong judgment proceedeth.
Right, yeah. You got it. Well, yeah, because this devil, man, he thinks he can, he think the Lord made a mistake, man. He think he can, you know, fix the Lord's mistake, man. And what have you done, man? You've destroyed everything, man. You know, you can't perfect perfection, man. You know,
This shit is not let me screenshot.
and like the scripture brought, the brother brought out, man. This world is full of infirmities, man.
Yeah.
Okay. This earth is sick, man. That's why scripture says when the Lord comes, it says, now cometh strength in the kingdom of our Lord, man. Because this earth is not going to yield this strength right now, man. It's not going to yield it to you, man. You like a nigga that's raping a woman, man, that got a husband, and you mad because she won't put her arms around you, man. All right? And that's what the earth is doing. The earth is rejecting you, man. You ain't the husband, man. That little baby on that show used to say, not the mama. Not the mama. Those were shit at your ass, man. Hey, the earth knows you ain't the guy to run it, man. And the scripture says the earnest expectation of the creature waited for the manifestation of the sons of the living power, man. The whole earth is waiting for righteousness, man. The whole earth is waiting for the righteous ruler, starting with Yahweh Shai, to take over the earth, man, and to run it in righteousness, man.
So
Go ahead.
it's Proverbs 29:2. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice, but when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn.
Hey, the scripture says the earth mourneth and fadeth away, man.
Yeah.
You know, you don't even see bees no more, man. They through. They done. So
I think like 6 and 4. You know that the red horse. You know, it says Revelation 6 and 4 that the red horse was to take peace from the earth, man.
Yeah.
Esau is destroying everything in sight. This guy is basically pro-death, and Jacob's pro-life, man.
yeah. Hey, I got one for you. It's the second Ezra 11 and 40. Second Ezra 11:40. And the fourth came and overcome all the beasts that were passed, and had power over the world with great fearfulness, and over the whole compass of the earth with much wicked oppression, and so long time dwelled upon the earth with deceit. Right, so hey, everything's oppressed, man. The birds are oppressed, the animals are oppressed, man. The air is oppressed, man. Wind can't even blow where it want to go, goddamn it. For the earth has thou not judged with truth, okay? For thou hast afflicted the meek, thou hast hurt the peaceable, right? Thou hast loved liars and destroyed the dwellings of them that brought forth fruit, right? And what's the name of Ephraim? Ephraim means fruitful, man. All right, and this was basically the land of Ephraim. Ephraim being the head tribe of the northern kingdom. Okay, and this land was fruitful. It was beautiful before you came here, man. Now look at it. Okay, you've destroyed the dwelling of them that brought forth fruit. Okay, and has cast down the walls as such as did thee no harm. Okay? Right. When you came here, the natives, man, hey, we greeted you with open arms, man. Okay? Taught you how to, you was eating your own dead, man. You was eating our dead. Okay? And we taught you how to till the ground and shit. We taught you how to, but you just can't follow instructions, man. And as the scripture says, what it says, in the land of uprightness, man, he would not, you said the land of uprightness, you know what I'm talking about? Yeah, Salaki, I didn't know how to word it correctly. But yeah, man, you can get the whole instruction manual to do something, and you're going to do the exact opposite, man. Why? Because you're that crooked serpent that the scripture talk about, you know? You meant to be crooked, you know?
Job 14.
His hand have formed the crooked serpent.
Can't make something unclean.
Yeah.
It's at 14.
See, I'm seeing like that. I'm trying to find it.
I got the scripture that you want to quote.
I mean, you can bring it out,
All
bro.
right.
This is Isaiah 26:10. His favor be showed to the wicked, yet will he not learn righteousness. In the land of uprightness will he deal unjustly, and will not behold the majesty of the Lord.
Yeah. I got it. 144, call on y'all have a Shemal shot. It's Job 14:4. Who can bring a clean thing out of an unclean? Not one. Right? So, hey, man, you just meant to be dirty, man.
Yeah, like they got some picture floating around with some Israeli.
Hey, that's the spirit.
You got to write those?
You
Oh, I
know,
thought it was
get caught eating something unclean in Brazil down there with the wicked ass Asherites. But you know, what's the point? I mean, why that isn't even newsworthy because they serve kosher pig over there.
Yeah, they call it white steak.
All
They're
right.
so wicked, they think they loophole.
So they try to, but that's how you know these people think that they can outsmart the Lord, that they can offset the prophecies, just like they try. You know, they think that they're actually take the place of Jake, man. They think that they, you know, what's that? The accuser of my brethren. You know, they accuse us before the Lord. They set you up for failure. All right, during slavery, they showed you in all the movies you watched. Goodbye, Uncle Tom. What was the one that they blackballed in the theater to try to get people not to see? Birth of a Nation. They showed you how they was knocking the teeth out the dude's mouth to keep him alive when they were trying to starve themselves to death. And, you know, feed him slop, which was full of pork and other. They showed you Goodbye, Uncle Tom. They would even grease up the young boys in pork fat to make them shine. All right, you know, as they were feminine, put makeup on them and shit. Glitter. Right. All right, and so that was the first thing that they would do. They would oil their skins and they would oil up their skin in pig fat to make the skin shine because they'd be all dry. You know, you get ashy, man, especially when you dark skin. You get ashy, you get no moisture, no sun. You know, you get no oils. Your skin actually gets ashy, man. And they were putting oil on it, man, and they were putting pig oil. So Esau's just defiled. And they know that's wicked, and we're not supposed to touch this thing. Then they run, you know, and look, Lord, look what they're doing. Right? You put the drugs and the guns and take away the opportunity in their neighborhoods, and then you sit and deny them benefits that other citizens are afforded. Right? And then you poke fun at what they don't have. When you haven't given them an opportunity to give nothing. That's like the video I just did with D.L. Hughley, man. You know, I just did a quick video before I came here because I was so hot to do it all day long and I wasn't able to. That's what, you know, why I was late because I had to get that out, get that off my spirit, man. But D.L. Hughley, outside of the one mistake he made about the kingdom, but he talked about Mitch McCullough, who made that statement that none of the people here did anything to the slaves, didn't own slaves or benefited from it. And D.L. Hughley, matter of fact, you probably pull that video up. It's only a 4-minute video, but he broke it down pretty decently as to yes, you have benefited from it and you still benefited from it, right? But what he don't understand is that no, we don't want debt forgiveness. We don't want money. We want the ass. We want the kingdom, man. That's right. We want the kingdom, man, because he has that go. What makes you think you're gonna go to the police? look, well, you know, we're gonna investigate these. So you got more dirty cops investigating the cops. How you gonna get justice like that, man? Go ahead and play the video on whatever scripture you got.
Mitch McConnell, the Senate Majority Leader, commented on reparations. This is a big deal right now. Everybody's talking about it. Matter of fact, today there was a meeting in the Senate, gathered a lot of people. He said that none of us that are currently living are responsible for slavery. Why should we pay for something we didn't do? Even if you didn't own slaves, if you're a white man of a certain age in America, you directly
Any age.
You
Any age.
probably were taught to speak or to write a think or how to cook by somebody who directly owns slaves. You benefit, you got a head start. The school you went to, University of Kentucky, you got to go to school without them accepting black people. You got a head start directly because of slavery. The Civil War ended in 1965, 100 years after the Civil War ended. I was born in 1965. I'm the first one of my mother's children to be born with the full rights of an American citizen. You, from your first breath, were an American citizen. You got all the rights due an American citizen from the very time you were born. If you purchase stolen goods knowing they're stolen, they're still stolen. And if you lose those goods and no longer have them, you still have to make restitution. You still have to pay for the stuff. Possessing 9/10 of the law, you still receive stolen property that you knew was stolen. As far as I know, there's no statute of limitations on murder, which happen all the time. And they always talk about how they hate freeloaders. It is against the laws of finance to have profit without loss. You can't get all. Imagine how much money you would have if it was all profit. You didn't have to pay for gas. You didn't have to pay for living expenses. You didn't have to pay taxes. How much money would you have? That's in essence what America got from having slavery. And just because a bill doesn't come on time doesn't mean it ain't due. You run up an American Express bill, let it be late. Are they gonna say, well, it happened a long time ago, we're gonna let that go? That's not what happens. Right. And they've done it before. This idea that it was so long ago we can't do it. In 1982, the federal government paid $25,000 to the family of Italians who were lynched in 1891. So you will pay lynched Italians 100 years later, but not people who were descendants of slaves. You won't do that. And none of those people who were lynched were there. And none of the people who wrote the checks to them actually perpetrated the crime. They were the descendants of those people. And you paid them.
That was the point. But they all benefited from it. Mm-hmm. All right? Continually. Bring out your precept, brother. You hot.
This Isaiah 14.
Let me fly. I'm gonna shut my mouth. Go ahead, brother.
This Isaiah
10. Go ahead, brother.
Oh, sorry. This Isaiah chapter 14, verse 21. Prepare slaughter for his children for the iniquity of their fathers.
That's right.
That they do not rise, nor possess the land, nor fill the face of the world with cities.
Keep reading. 22.
22.
Fall to the 34th generation.
For I will rise up against them, saith Yahweh of hosts, and cut off from Babylon the name, and remnant, and son, and nephew, saith Yahweh.
Right. So that means, hey, then that's going back what our king said. He said he said one of the coldest things ever, man. I'm gonna kill everything that pisses up against the wall. That matches right up with that scripture. Read it again. Somebody get that.
This Isaiah 14 and 21. It says, prepare slaughter for his children for the iniquity of their fathers, that they do not rise, nor possess the land, nor fill the face of the world with cities.
And that's kind of happening already, being the curses are falling on them. With the numbers being down, the low birth rates, all these Edomite men dying without children and not making children. All right, the biggest population is that old, and so you don't have, and then you got the young that's not old enough to make children. So basically, what you're seeing is they're being made small because guess what? It's not gonna. They all big and bad right now. Well, they're losing it pretty quickly, but it's not enough for them to remain the majority on the police department, the majority in the fire department, the majority in the unions, the majority in the courthouses. Their numbers are so good. This is it. People hold those positions now, and every time die. That's it. There's going to be no more majority Edomites in positions of power and authority to be the aldermen, to be the mayors, and the judges, the bailiffs, the lawyers. It's not enough of them left. They're done. They're already done, man.
That says too.
Yes, sir.
Hey, the next generation that's coming up, they're all on oids. They're all depressed, all fucked up, man.
Or they were born affected by it. It's like you got all the crack babies. Now you got all these opioid babies, and they fucking tweaking. You got all these little crazy ass Edomite babies. Babies are just uncontrollable, inconsolable weirdos because they was mom and daddy both was all on oids and shit, or meth, whatever the hell.
Man, and I'm walking down, I'm driving down the street today, and it's old Edomite couples on the low end walking through the hood I'm talking about the hood.
Yeah.
Old Edomite couples, motherfuckers you supposed to see in goddamn shit. Hyde Park down there.
They're moving into the hood by then. I'm seeing bad Edomite bros moving into the hood. They're all along the
Walking
lakefront on
dogs
the
and
east side.
shit, man. They
Yeah,
through.
because they're done. Because they're being forced to move where niggas all in this neighborhood. They're all through here, man.
Yeah.
And so is Moab. So everything's being primed up for when Micah 7 and 10, man. That being one of them. When that happens, man.
Mm-hmm.
Right? You women gonna get it. You heathens gonna get it. Go ahead and get those scriptures that we call for. Sure.
You call for something.
Third and fourth.
Oh, right, sure.
This is
Get
Numbers,
whatever you got, bro.
Numbers chapter 14, verse 18. It says, the Lord Yahweh is long suffering and of great mercy,
Right?
forgiving iniquity and transgression, and by no means clearing the guilty, visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon the children unto the third and the fourth generation.
So if he did that to us, how much more the heathen, man? Because the Lord said there's no respect of person. The Lord chastises those that he loves, man. King David got punished. Moses got punished. Yahushua got punished, man. So, and he does that to his chosen. How much more you heathens now that your sins have reached into the heavens, man? Because he was long suffering. And then, does it not say in Peter that 1,000 years to the Lord is, it's one day to us. Is
No, you said it right.
I said it right. 1,000 years to the Lord. I mean, God.
1,000 years is one day.
Still say it right.
Thank you.
You still have it, yeah.
Exactly. So you think that, where's your God? Where's your power? All right.
So 500 years of slavery was just 12 hours ago.
There you go, man.
Shit, this just happened, man. I Pops on the way. He had a long drive, man. Hey, remember how Pops came to Detroit? So you can also let time? And that's all the reason he was out of state. He on his way quick, man.
Oh, yeah.
Hey,
Go ahead.
'cause I was gonna bring this out real quick, my man.
I already said, go ahead.
It's like Psalm 7 and 15. He made a pit and digged it, and is fallen in the ditch which he made. And when you look at a neighborhood like this was highly redlined, man. I used to live in the projects that was down there on Federal and stuff like that, man. Hey, this was a highly redlined. This was an actual pit.
Actually, first, this was a very well-to-do. This very place that we in, man. It's a damn mansion. All right. This place was full of them, man. These were single-family homes, man.
Yep.
These were single-family homes, well-to-do, and it was mostly Judah that lived over here. But Esau destroyed it, doing those race riots in 1919, and a lot of these buildings are the remnant of what was left of their greatness, man. This was called the Black Belt before it was called Bronzeville, all right? And this was equivalent, and people never talk about it. And I'm constantly bringing it up. The Black Belt was equivalent to Black Wall Street, if not, it's just as great. And they destroyed this place, man. They had their own theaters, their own banks, their own nightclubs, and all those people that live on the other side of the river, they were coming here. They were coming down here, man. Yeah, my old boss even told me that in the late '60s, he came into the hood to come to watch Jimi Hendrix play right before he blew up. Because he was all the rave. He was playing some little small place over here somewhere. And Edomites got wind of it, and they were all coming over here to the hood to hear Jimmy play.
Because the Regal was just a little south and a little east of here. They closed it down. They used to have those big ass performances there.
Mm-hmm.
This is Ecclesiastes 3 and 15. So this is Ecclesiastes 3:15. That which has been is now, and that which to be has already been, and the Most High required that which is past.
Mm-hmm.
So like D.L. Hughley said, it don't matter. Hey, there ain't no statute of limitation on murder and rape and such, man. That's just what they did. They murdered us, they raped us, they raped our whole nation. You know, rape means disease, man. And what did the Lord say in the law? You know, in Exodus 21. What's that?
That's one of my favorite scriptures, brother. Man, I love that scripture. That's one of my favorites.
This is Exodus 21:16. And he that stealeth a man and selleth him, or if he be found in his hand.
Pull up some auction blocks. Let's see who that happened to in history. And let's see if any of them look like, you know, Rabbi Finkelstein or Shapiro. Let's see if you're right, Shibowitz or Rabbi Frank. You know, let's see if any of them, if any of that happened to them. They were there in yokes of iron, if they were on auction blocks, or they were on running and controlling the auction blocks. Right? Aren't there a list of the ships, slave ships, and weren't they owned by Finkelsteins and Shapiros and you know that whole thing? Silversteins, Steins. All right? Yeah, they had, but then they'll be the first ones to say they had nothing to do with the slave trade when they controlled the slave trade. It's funny, the auction box will close on Jewish holidays. All right?
Some of like those first slave ships, weren't they like all owned by like
They financed it.
Yeah, it's a list. You can type in Jewish-owned slave ships.
So yeah, so wait, hold on. Let's click on that picture, make it big, if you can.
So that's the thing. So,
Eyewitness to history. I like that it's called that. All right. So yeah, but I'm looking at these auction blocks, and what I see is so-called Negroes, and I see him casting lots. So it looks like, matter of fact, he almost looked like one of the Finkelsteins, one of the dumbass Abraham Lincoln.
Yeah.
He got the beard and you know. Yeah, click over to the group of pictures. That one to the second one. Yeah, he should look like one of the guys. One of them. Yeah. Yep. Auction blocks. Yeah, bring it out, brother.
Joel 3:3. And they have cast lots for my people and have given a boy for a harlot.
Ooh, he's taking the baby, giving a boy for a harlot,
and sold a girl for wine that they might drink.
Right, because they were trading us for musket guns and rum. Matter of fact, we just saw the song. I saw the video. Matter of fact, I marked it. I'm actually gonna have to do a sit down. You brother seen the song from the movie 1776?
Right, which is
The
basically
guy saying musket guns, wines, and all. This is what they were singing: musket,
molasses.
rum, and molasses, and singing about the slave trade, and that's what made America great, and that's what made America what it is, man. This right here. All right, this is the eyewitness to history, but yet he says they didn't benefit from it. And all I see is whips in the air. Oh, you know. What you got?
This is Zechariah 11 and Zechariah 11 and 5, whose possessors slay them and hold themselves not guilty. And they that sell them say, Blessed be the Lord, for I am rich.
Ooh, this is real good. Blessed be the Lord, for I'm rich. And how are they doing it? Okay, it says Mariah Samuel, auctioneer, Justice, New Paper Man. You can't tell me that them two dudes right there is not Khazars. Matter of fact, every look at them.
yeah,
Are they not dressed the same way? Okay, now let's see if we can grab a picture of a modern day rabbi. I saw one today. And Lyft. He was, and I was like, wow, even the fake Jews got to do Lyft now.
You know this.
With his yarmulke on, I was like, damn, it's over.
I be seeing their ass in the 8 hours. They be trying to get that link, man.
Man, we seen one of them fake
Oh,
Jews.
yeah, same shit.
It's the same shit we see. The same guys that are open mouths and looking at teeth, controlling and running the. And look at that old sellout.
They got a nigga down there.
Got a right. And he's and they call him Ethiopian. That dude ain't no. That's a jig right there, man. His wicked ass.
This is the next part. It
Absolutely,
says,
brother.
and their own shepherds pity them not.
And they own. So now that we have an eyewitness to history, that's what I read on the title. Let's click back to the images and see if those images are remnant of what we are the same guys we look at. Yep. Guilty.
Yeah.
All right. Where's the one that broke it all down? Yep. Newman paper. Newspaper. Up. Guilty. Auctioneer. Guilty. The seller. The bidder. The bank. Guilty. The clerk. Guilty.
That's right.
Guilty as charged. All right. Lamentations 5 and 2, I believe. I think it's 5 and 2.
What's that thing they say they're guilty by
Heresy
association?
And the one that says they have stolen my heritage, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, man, it's like you know how sometimes they be like, can you describe what they look like? And they have that little drawing that they do.
That's how they get the game though. They're guilty by association, how they line up the games now.
Yeah, the Rico's on.
Yeah,
Our inheritance is turned to strangers.
There we go. Yeah, there we go. All right, that's it. 5 and 2. I was right.
Yes, Lamentations chapter 5, verse 2. Our inheritance is turned to strangers.
Right, because are they not running around saying that they're the people of the Lord? Still to this day, even though there was evidence taller than the Empire State Building, taller than the Sears Tower, to prove that they're not.
Mhm.
All right, they fit none of the prophecies, none of the relics. You go dig up the tombs in Egypt, and none of the people that were there during the time of Moses and prior to the time of Moses looked like them. Not the Egyptians, not the Israelites, not the slaves, nobody. Right? It's like where were these people, man? When that was happening, I tell you where they were. They were at Mount Seir, and Mount Seir is Edom. Right? Anybody got scripture? Bring it up.
I got one. Because hey, for all you Edomites, man, that's saying that you don't have nothing to do with this, man. Okay, you still gotta pay, man. Because hey, that's the way the Lord judges you, man. Scripture says His judgment is as a ring, man.
That's right.
It's the circle of life, baby.
He judges nations, man. That's why all Israel got judged, man. You know, and granted, we all went off, but you always had that remnant, that elect that were trying to do right, man. All right, and we're outnumbered by the 2/3. All right. Matter of fact, that was going to be a sit down that I was planning to do, man. Because guess what? The 2/3, the 2/3 is the majority of Israel.
This Job 34:29. When he giveth quietness, who can make trouble? And when he hideth his face, who then can behold him? Whether it be done against the nation or against the man only.
Ooh, read it again. Call it again.
Job 34:29. When he giveth quietness, who then can make trouble? And when he hideth his face, who then can behold him? Whether it be done against the nation or against the man only. So the Lord, our power, we judge whole nations, man.
Yeah.
He'll judge what division we want to. He'll judge a nation, man.
Judges by the nation.
That's right.
That's why it says not all Israel is Israel, man. All right, because the elect suffered right along with the rest of Israel, man. Okay?
Oh, it says your
The kings,
Yep.
they're not all our prophets. Hey, Abraham and Jacob themselves, man, went into slavery.
That's right.
it says your king that you
Right.
set over you.
King David went into slavery.
Mhm.
Right? He didn't go when he was King David, but he came back. All our princes, all the mighty men.
Yep.
All the mighty men of Israel all went through this injustice right along with the rest of the 2/3, man.
Mhm.
And you 2/3 because the Lord, hey, you just lucky the Lord loves Abraham, man. Right? Because you only getting saved because of a promise that the Lord made, man.
Mhm.
Simple as that. But he had you in a trick bag though. Because you gotta get that death by pain first. All right? You gotta get that death by pain before you get lifted up to be those princes. All right? And you deserve that much more, man.
Mhm.
The way you guys are behaving, man. The way you treat and talk to the prophets, all on the comment board with that bullshit. I did a video profiling Apostle Tahar, and all they doing is insulting him and calling him a rapist and all this other bullshit, man. And all you doing is you bearing false witness and lies, man. And ISUPK said, what was it? not ISUPK, but IUIC apologize for telling that lie. But it's too late. You already put that lie, that vibration out there. And people just believe it because they hear it over and over again.
They had on their website, they had the other's actual government name and a picture of it. And that was on their actual website, IUIC's website, man. All right, so they're gonna have to pay for that, man.
All right. So you purposely push that lie on another brother. You bear what's the punishment for bearing false witness?
Whatever you accuse him of,
Yep. That's what
whatever you accuse, yep, he go get. Hey, and it was actually Deacon Asaph that caught a conscience on that. The rest of them niggas, but the little group that Deacon Asaph was with, he was like, look, man, we ain't doing this. Deacon Asaph, he came out and said, look, man, we ain't finna call them bums no more. We ain't finna call them rapists no more.
Because they was going, they did that to cover their own.
They was going off, and they got everything. But it just goes to show you because the things that they were accusing GMS, the great millstone of, their members would get caught up doing those things.
Exactly.
But yet they're not being called the rape camp though. Their members were being what one of them killed a trainee. What you killed with a trainee?
Yeah, one killed a trainee. The one dude kidnapped and murdered the bitch over in the UK.
One admitted to forcing the chick to have sex with him.
Yep. The one.
And then what did Nate Daniels come out and say? Well, in times of emergency, it's what was the whole thing about what Benjamin did? You know, it was what was it? 300 of them left, and they took the daughters. What was those Ephraimites that they took? You know, when they came out and snatched up women. You think when they snatched up and ran off with those women, that those women just wasn't ready out the gate?
The Benjamin Knight in his camp, brother, you cannot force. That one of his deacons, man, was making the video when they were basically getting on GMS. Shit.
That's rebellion.
This is rebellion. This is Deuteronomy 19 and 18. And the judges shall make diligent inquisition, and behold, if the witness be a false witness, and have testified falsely against his brother, then shall they do unto him as he had thought to have done unto his brother. Yeah. So shalt thou put the evil away from among you. So their plan was to slander us so we can, be destroyed as a group.
And why? Because we were messing up their money. That's basically what it was all about. We were messing up their money because you know what? That's why they don't mess with us like that. And the people who could, and you know, Esau knows the people who could be swayed, man. He already got it, right? Certain guys that left us, man. You know, they came up under us. They're with those groups where money is being moved around, man. All them former GMS disciples that are in groups like ISUPK, we ain't gonna say no names, that are with the Sakari, because hey, look, man, you can say what you want to say about that dude. I've been on the fence with him. But that dude, I honestly and truly believe that the head of them, that dude, he all about money and fame, man.
Oh yeah.
Because he all about money and fame, man. He not sincere about this at all.
All right, this money, yeah.
He don't want it right, exactly. Because he tries to please the woman and please the masses instead of just pushing the truth. And then, look how hard he's going in on Esau. But look how he's going against the men he learned from. Look how he's going against what the scriptures say to please women. Why? Because groups like that, you know, and I'm just saying, groups like that, they get a lot of female support, man. Because why? They teach that smooth, soothsaying doctrine to the women. Right? They want to elevate the Israelite woman on the same level as the Israelite man. Right? And then not scold them when they off and not tell them that, hey, look, if you're a woman, you ain't got no place to be talking amongst men, man. You just don't. That's in the Bible, over and over again, man. I had a conversation with an Edomite chick named Luca about a month ago, man. And that was a chick. She's with that dude Bob, a Victorian, whatever he is. That dude is trying to that group, that little resistance group that she's with. He's making that group about socialism and resisting and fighting against the government and all that shit. She's a part of that group, man. And I remember talking to her, and I'm saying, well, you know, I said, well, we want the same thing, except I'm going about it by the way of the Bible. And she's like, oh, no, I don't believe in the Bible. The Bible is really harsh toward women. It allows women to be raped. It tells women that they can't talk. It tells women that women have to be controlled. No Bible for me. She just, I was like, come on, man. Because she's actually read stuff. She's like, oh, no, this is no good for women. But actually, it is good for women because it teaches order, man. Yeah. And we're not talking about being tyrants over women. We're just talking about keeping the order that the Lord set up in the Bible. Right. He set up, he told you, God, Yahushua, man, the woman. That's the order, man. All right? Does it not say that through the woman we all die? Why? Because that was a woman trying to be equal to a man. That was when the woman got out of her place and tried to make decisions. Look at mankind.
Hey, Elder, what you said sounded just like the United States Army, man. Women, you gotta shut the hell up and you get raped.
The United States Army got women that's fucking high ranking. This is 2 Timothy 3 and 5. Having a form of godliness, but deny the power thereof, from such turn away. For of this sort are they which creep into houses and lead captive silly women, laden with sins, led away with diverse lusts. So shit, hey, for one, this damn generation, who runs the damn household, man? These women.
Yep.
So they make their doctrines appease the women, so they know they're gonna. There's more women on the planet.
And right, and then so they get in that, and then these, and that's those groups that have that merchandise.
That's right.
The group, you'll find that the groups that have merchandise will not bring out scriptures like Job 39 and 17. They will not bring out scriptures like Corinthians, was it 14 and 34? Matter of fact, let's get some of those. All right, when it tells the woman to keep silence in the church, and that the woman is to shut her mouth in the presence of man, and roughly paraphrase, that a woman is not to usurp the authority over the man. Those scriptures like that, they avoid those things, man. All right, even they don't even like to talk about the things like the fact that even though it's not expedient because we're not in our kingdom yet, but it is not unlawful for a man to have more than one woman. It's not. You wouldn't be going off, and the Lord wouldn't penalize you for that. It isn't wise to do so in this time, but it's not a wicked thing. All right, it's not a wicked thing at all. Thanks so much.
Yeah.
This
is Titus 2 and verse 2. It says that the aged woman be sober, grave, temperate, sound in faith, in charity and patience, that the aged woman likewise, that they be in behavior as becometh holiness, not false accusers, not given to much wine, teachers of good things, that they may teach the young women to be sober, to love their husbands, to love their children, to be discreet, chaste, keepers at home.
Hey, everything that these women are against right now.
Yeah.
All right. These women love your husband. That's foreign to them. Which one? Which husband? These hoes, man. Which husband?
Which husband? Number 10.
Right.
Number 30.
Love the children. Hey man, these bitches are putting their children in freezers.
What's that image? It says, "Love me despite my past," and it says her past. We can't. You know what? Let's see if we can pop it up because we live right now. Yeah. Right. It says, "Love me despite my past," and then it shows you her past, and that's that carousel. All right, it's a carousel that goes around and round, and each ride is an actual penis, and these women jump on that carousel and they ride it over and over again, man. So and they jump from, and every time they jump on the ride, it's a new one up in them, and that's what they do. Yeah,
Posting group.
Yeah, they pull that off the internet.
Well, they'll say now is, oh, that was back then.
Hey, he just read it. Matter of fact, now you said it, somebody get it again. Ecclesiastes 3 and 15. All right, because you think that, hey, look, the Lord's going to require that of you. And especially, and you figure that amount, the number, because the picture is actually funny, but it's pretty sickening, but it's funny at the same time. And it's sad at the same time.
I got it. This is Ecclesiastes 3 and 15.
Now see, these other camps, they're not going to go into this chastisement of women. And see, this is not just of all. talking about the women who actually do this.
Hey,
All right, the women who are guilty of this isn't about that.
if the shoe fits.
All right, if the shoe fit, fucking wear it, man.
Wear it.
So, excuse my French,
Yeah.
but not really.
These days it's a one size fit all.
Hey, well, it's,
Yeah.
who it applies to. That's it. But Ecclesiastes 3:15.
Oh, there it is. Just love me no matter my past.
Damn.
My
The past.
Yeah, that's Spanish shit. So I had to take it off so my phone would show.
All right. What's the saying? Doing this?
Doing dicks. Oh, they got covered. Doing dicks. Right now, these bitches are catching bodies. That's right.
That's what they call it?
Yeah, that's what I tell hoes. I say you already catching all these bodies.
Wow. There you go. So it says
Right.
right. Just love me no matter my past. The past. So especially once you find that out, you know, because trust me, one thing you don't want to do is ask a woman that you actually having feelings about how many men she's been with. Because guess what? A majority of women out there has been with at least that many men.
Right.
And some more than that. And that's just a brutal, unfortunate, disgusting fact. All right? Especially women who've gone to college. All right? Because you figure the first portion of that was high school. All right?
Just like junior high.
So these days,
So,
probably junior high, but right.
Right.
Okay? But by the time they've gone through college, especially them sorority chicks, man.
Yeah.
That's, and I've been with some of them sorority
Oh,
chicks.
the agency.
Look, and so, right. And then so that's college. Now let's not talk about the years after college. All right. And now at 40 fucking years old, you want to get married in a white dress.
Oh my God.
39 years old, 36 years old, man. And you done been with twice that amount of men.
Yep.
All right.
And if they tell you, you can probably times that by 5, 6, 7.
Yeah,
9,
yes, that's
10.
the rule.
You can times it. Yeah. Well, like I told y'all about the time I was driving and had the passengers. They had them in their 20s, and they were talking about their top 10.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
Wow. So they talking about their top 10. Now, you remember the day we were on the street and the Edomite walked by, and I mentioned about these women that have been with 50 plus men in college. And now at 35 years old, you want to get married with a white dress and the white chick walked by and raised the roof like, woo. She was like, yeah. The Edomite chick walked by and was like, yeah. And so now that disgusting, all them DNAs you just swallowed and just shot all over you and in you. You got all these spirits on you. All right. Now one of them hit you as many times as all of them combined. All right. But that ain't the one you end up marrying. And then you end up marrying one, and then and the other one that hit you so many times, the children come out looking like him anyway because his DNA is all part of yours. Because all them DNA stick with you, especially in your brain cells, so you're crazy and fatty as hell. Right? That's been proven scientifically. It's not just me saying it. You can go Google it and find it. Right? Woman, the DNA, that means a woman that's been put her mouth on that many rods and they didn't blew in her mouth. It actually sticks to that brain cell. And they've proven that with their own science. Right? And right, and it sticks to her children. So now your children look like another man. And that proves you that on Maury, because the children looking just like the dude. You don't be the father. Then they come out and they say you're not the father.
Right.
But the problem is, see, he done busted her so many times. All right? And now this other dude is with her, and he's the father, but it looks like the other dude who they've been with her so many times. And now he up there doing the cabbage patch because it's not his baby.
Right.
But the baby looked just like her. You know? Which is pretty sickening, man.
Yeah.
Go ahead, brother.
This is
You can get that off the screen. I'm trying to look.
I got one real quick if I may. This is Isaiah 1 and
Before they
8.
cut out our feed or something.
It's Isaiah 1 and 8.
You put that disclaimer out there so they don't cut it. Those were not real dicks. Those were dildos he saw. So he must be fucking wrong.
Right.
Exactly.
Those were toys that you created that you sell in stores. You know, paraphernalia that you sell all over the world. Matter of fact, you even got them when you sell them to small children.
Yep.
Right.
Suckers and lollipops and shit. Isaiah 1 and 8. And the daughter of Zion is left as a cottage in the vineyard, as a lodge in a garden of cucumbers, as a besieged city.
Call it and read it again. Matter of fact, you might have to put it back up
Hey,
while he's reading.
This is Isaiah 1 and 8. And they got the cucumber challenge now? Isaiah 1:8. And the daughter of Zion is left as a cottage in a vineyard, as a lodge in a garden of cucumbers, as a besieged city.
So she's in a garden of cucumbers. All right? And right, she's in a garden of cucumbers. And what is she doing with them? She's putting them all in her mouth and stuffing it in herself. And that's what they do, man. And now you got the cucumber challenge where all these women are shoving cucumbers down their throat, man.
Hey, and now it's the thing where what I'm hearing is that these young females, they getting the long nails now. That when they wrap their hand, it's basically their penis nails to make it look good when their hand is wrapped around the penis.
Oh, that's what the long nails are about?
Yes, yep. So when they get them big nails like that, that's what it's for so it can look good. You know, I even saw on social media a female basically with her nails saying, yeah, this is gonna look good around the penis, basically. Wow, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yep.
That's the garden of cucumbers right there.
Yep. And so Paul, he was sitting up here getting these churches together and their families and everything before, you know, because he learned from Yahushua. You know what I'm saying? So he was teaching righteousness. So back in this Ecclesiastes 3:15, it says that which hath been is now, and that which is to be hath already been. All right, righteousness hath already been, you know, and then it says, "In that which is been is now, and that which is to be." All right, which is to be righteousness. All right, it says hath already been, and God requires that which is past.
Right. So all your sins with all them different DNA specimens, the Lord requires that. Just like when Yahushua was at the woman with the well, he told her, "Hey, the man that you live with now, it's not your husband. For thou hast had, what was it, 5 or 6?
5.
For thou hast had 5 husbands. And the one that you're with now, number 6, is not your husband."
Yep.
Right? And women that far surpass that, 6, you look like a saint today.
Right.
Right, you would be lucky.
Yeah, they're like, girl, you only been with 6, really? You can't even be in the top 10 conversation. Right?
So
She wasn't right. So she's sitting out there on the outside looking all sad. Right, they look, girl, we talking about our top 10.
right. So when
Right, and she can't even be in the conversation.
So when Paul talking about you know what he was saying and getting women together, that ain't what that for back then. Nah. Just like the scriptures say, whatsoever things were written aforetime were written for our learning. All right, it's whatever is in these scriptures is for our learning today. All right, to be separate and holy from this present evil world, man, and to be righteous.
This Baruch 4:1. This is the book of the commandments of the Most High, and the law that endureth forever. All they that keep it shall come to life, but such as leave it shall die. And it says forever. All right, it says forever. So this is how you live righteously. All right, to get eternal life forever. And if you do contrary to this, you shall get death. As we're talking about whoredoms, this is the day, Leviticus 21:9. And if the daughter of any priest, and we're a nation of priests, man. All right? And the daughter of any priest, if she profane herself by playing the whore, she profaned her father, she shall be burnt with fire. So you whores, man, you're going to be burnt up out here, man. Hey, that's why Yahushua said how he wished the fire to kindle before he came, man. A lot of you bitches going to be burnt up out here via nuclear fire and half else before that day, man. It's going to be a lot of burnt toast-faced ass bitches, man. All right? Plain and simple.
You get all them baby daddies are fucking pissed, man.
Yeah.
Throw gasoline on them, they're gonna light them on fire. They're gonna do some, what is it, sadist shit, you know?
That's the spirit. That's why in the so-called Middle East, what they do, they don't ask on the prideful bitches. They don't ask for them, they burn them up, man.
They got, my uncle had a saying, burn them like a rat. Burn them like a rat. What they call you, hood rats, man. Hey, y'all proud of that shit. What's that girl? Hood rats. Hood rats.
Right. I got one more. It's Isaiah 4:4. When the Lord, hey, you hood rats gonna burn like rats, man. Hey, when the Lord shall have washed away the filth of the daughters of Zion, and shall have purged the blood of Jerusalem from the midst thereof, by the spirit of judgment and by the spirit of burning. So that's how the Lord's gonna cleanse you hoes up, man. They don't have to worry about getting no fucking douche. You're gonna be cleansed all right, man, by fire.
got some here for the daughters of Sarah. This is 1 Peter 3 and 5.
Can you get one inch up there?
This is 1 Peter 3 and verse 1. Likewise, ye wives, be in subjection to your own husbands, that if any obey not the word, they also obey me without the word, be won by the conversation of the wives.
That's right. So, hey, you women supposed to, hey, like the Elder Malcolm said, man, they don't want to go into these scriptures, all right, because of stuff like this. But you women are supposed to be under your man. Even right there says, even if it's a non-believer, when you read Esther, it talks about whether he rich or poor. Like, these bitches sit there and they're gonna bow down to a nigga if he's rich. You're supposed to bow down to whoever your man is, man. That's order. That's the Lord set up, man.
Right. Hey, and back when y'all was talking about that reparations things, see, you give these niggas some money, they'll say
should never get niggas no money.
Hey, but no, they give you some money. Guess what? They still ruling over you. They still rule over you in wickedness. All right, and this whole thing got set up for how it is. It's still going on. All right. See, we want that restored too. Our women back in order.
Yep.
All right.
Salaki, I just got a notice on I did a video talking about Mitch McConnell, the video we played, and it says, yo, bro, Royal Family just dug up. So I guess there's some brother who's called Royal Family. Just dug up Mitch McConnell's grandpa's own slaves.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So, but he's saying that he had nothing to do with it.
Right.
But his grandfather, his own slave.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, and still can't get enough of Mexico. So he can't get enough of the video. But nevertheless, the brother said that Mitch McConnell's grandfather owned slaves, over 14. So if they're saying 14, it probably was times 5.
Exactly.
And guess what? You know what's funny?
Right.
When the slave ownership got transferred, his grandfather got reparations for that. He got.
That's right.
Yeah, he got his. If each slave.
And so how much of that wealth was passed down to him?
That's right.
But he's saying he wasn't there. He had nothing to do with it.
That's right.
Man,
Yeah.
like you said, to the third and fourth generation.
Hey, so Edomites got reparations for owning slaves and having them taken away, but we can't get reparations for being slaves.
Right, and creating a wealth for them that can't even be measured.
Wow.
You can't even really measure the wealth that was created from slavery, man.
Wow.
Because when you look at the land that they got for free from the Northern Kingdom, right, and also the free labor that they got from them too, because they want to try to sweep. They serve slavery under the rug, right along with the Negroes. They were being sold on the auction block right along with them. They want to sweep and try to hide that, right? And then not Christopher Columbus, but was it Cortez? Who was it? They had the idea to go to the west coast of Africa to go get the Negroes. So basically, the way Esau's looking at it, now that we done got these Israelites, let's go get the others. So it goes to show you that Esau always had the records and always knew who we were and knew where we were. All right? Like the movie 1492, the one that came out in 1992, proved that they knew that the Northern Kingdom was here in the Americas. The book, Participation of the Jews in Spanish and Portuguese discoveries by Mayor K. Serling, it proves to you that Esau, Edom, the Spanish, the Dutch, the Portuguese, and all the rest of the Edomites for that matter, they always knew that the people over here in the Americas were Israelites, and they knew that the Negroes were Israelites. They've always known it, man. And those books prove that, man. And I believe that Mayor K. Serling wrote that book. He was a rabbi or a very learned Jewish rabbi. He wrote that book in the 1880s. It might even be older than that, right? Because I know it was written in Yiddish, it was written in German, which are very close, almost the same language, and a couple other languages, and they actually got printed into English in the I think in the 1940s and 50s, if I'm not mistaken. They actually printed it to English, and they used to actually use it in schools. And then 1960 come along, Abu Bivens, and they pulled that shit out of schools and universities. They actually used to use that in curriculum to teach. And they pulled that was actually a part of curriculum teaching. They was like, you know what? We just move this.
Yeah, appreciate that. Oh, this Sirach 10 and 8, it says, because of unrighteous dealings, injuries, and riches got by deceit, the kingdom is translated from one people to another.
That's right.
Hey, like, hey, what he don't know is that's about to happen, man. All right, and that's what what the saints are patiently waiting for, because within is gonna come like that second interest, come on the righteousness that we're hoping that all comes to pass, man. Because then after that, there's not gonna be mining of unrighteous dealings. There's not gonna be unbalances. There's gonna be righteousness. There's gonna be no receipts. All right, no warranties needed. All right, everybody's gonna deal justly, man.
Right, and those wicked who's ruling right now, who knows that you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans are the Israelites, they see us. They know we speaking the truth, and then they're scrambling. They're scared, and then that's why they're doing everything they can to demonize us. All right, ultimately to shut this whole thing down. You know, this vehicle called YouTube and the internet. Where the truth is being propagated. You know what I'm saying? They're ready to shut all this down, man.
So, right. Because Pastor Hart made a statement, man. He made a statement about what was that when Nick Cannon and
Professor Griff.
Yes, Professor Shalaki and Professor Griff were talking about the Hebrew Israelites. What did they learn? They didn't learn that on TV. They learned that on YouTube, right? Just like all these guys, man. If you think that these pastors, people like Farrakhan watches our videos, man. You best believe, man. All right, because he's trying to do breakdowns and Muslims that he got from GMS, man, straight from the Great Millstone. All right.
Then you had those like KRS-One talking about it back in the 80s, who used to be in New York, running by
exactly.
the elders and the elders.
Exactly.
Back then.
Hey, you got Brother Sleep on that album, man. Killer Priest, that whole album is fire, man. And I've listened to that whole album, man. That album is fire, man. It's like this was one of the members of Wu-Tang, man. And this album is all about them. Every song is about Israel and destruction of Esau, Edom, and uplifting of Israel, man. And the damn thing is cold as hell, but it got no airplay. Nobody knows about it.
Right. Hey, but the rest of Wu-Tang,
but all his shit about
gods and earth and
that shit
all together.
Right.
See, that's why you had all the RZA, the Jizza, Meth, all them big names. You know what I'm saying? Not too many people know about Killer Priest. You know what I'm saying?
I want to think including that new show they got coming out about.
All right.
Yeah, he gonna be in it, but they ain't gonna mention nothing about that album. That solo album will not be mentioned. I promise you. Yeah. All right.
This is Isaiah 28:17. Judgment also will I lay to the line, and righteousness to the plummet, and the hail shall sweep away the refuge of lies, and the waters shall overflow the hiding place. So hey, now this water, man, it's just like what he said, be like water, my friend. This is water torture the Lord's doing with you. It started out as a drip, 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 then it cracked some shit, and now it's just and now you in the boat. You trying to put plug in all these holes and shit. The boat is going down, and the water. Hey, this flood is coming, man. This flood of truth, man. The scripture says, the truth that was so long without fruit shall be declared, man. Okay. So now the Lord's flooding the earth with truth. Now
Yeah, smells like you did have a scripture, bro.
Because this is goes back to the deal he was saying, but his point on it is like Jacob's looking for carnal reparations from his devil. They're not gonna get it, man. All this devil's gonna give you the same thing he's been doing. That's continue putting in your ass.
Right, he's gonna give you the butt of a rifle. Butt stroke right, knock your fronts out.
This is Isaiah chapter 7, verse 13. It says, and he said, hear ye now, O house of David. It is a small thing for you to weary men, but we weary my God also. So yeah, we really supposed to be in these times crying out to the Lord, man. God asks for reparations in the dollar about the crash, man.
Right. Exactly. Right? You just had 15 African nations that came together to use a gold-backed currency, man, that are no longer using the dollar. All right? and these are African nations that have big economy. They have money, man. You gotta remember, what is it, 50-something countries over there in Africa? That's a lot of countries, man. Africa is not just a continent. There's all these different countries in it. All right? And it's mostly Hamites there, but there's a lot of Jacob over there in Africa as well, man. A lot of Jacob still there. They didn't bring them all to America.
54, it says. 54 countries in it.
So, right.
54.
It's a lot.
This is Romans 12 and 19. It says, "Dearly beloved, avenge not yourselves, but rather give place unto wrath. For it is written, vengeance is mine, I will repay, saith the Lord." So not only is he going to repay wrath and recompense to these heathen nations, all right, but also he's going to, he's going to restore us. He's going to redeem us. He's the redeemer. All right. It says that no man shall redeem you. All right. So no man is going to restore things back in the proper place and condition that it should be, because so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans are the righteous. All right. And we should be on top, ruling in righteousness. All right. See, but nothing is going to be back in its order until the Lord comes back and put it back that way. You know, you have something?
This is Zechariah 9 and 12. It says, "Turn ye to the stronghold, ye prisoners of hope, even to the day that I declared that I will render double unto you." That's right. So we turn to the Lord as prisoners of hope.
Got you? It's Isaiah 61 and 6. "But ye shall be named the priests of Yahweh. Men shall call you the ministers of our power. Ye shall eat the riches of the Gentiles, and in their glory shall you boast yourselves. For your shame you shall have double." So all this hell and shame and atrocities we had, when it comes to getting good, we're gonna have double the amount of that, man. All right. And for confusion, they shall rejoice in their portion. Therefore, in their land they shall possess the double. Everlasting joy shall be unto them. So the Lord redeems us and puts us in our land. We're gonna have double the goodness, man. Double the pleasure, double the fun.
Double mid twins, baby. And that's the Northern Kingdom and the Southern Kingdom. The double mid twins.
This is Daniel chapter 7, verse 18. "But the saints of the Most High shall take the kingdom and possess the kingdom forever, even forever and ever." Amen. We're gonna take the kingdom, man. All right. We're gonna whoop their butt, you know what I'm saying, and put them in slavery, man. We're gonna have fun.
I got stuff real quick. This is James 5 and 3. It says, "Your gold and silver is cankered, and the rust of them shall be a witness against you, and shall eat your flesh as it were fire. Ye have heaped treasure together for the last days." All right, but the point is that their gold and their silver is cankered, man. It's a debt-based currency, like the brother was saying, that's about to crash, man. You know, so they can give you $1 billion of them cankered dollars. You know what I'm saying? Of that debt-based currency, and then once it crashed, then what?
Chip. RFID chip. Now is where you want your reparations.
Yep.
Take this chip, nigga.
Yeah. And then, you know what, like you said, man. And meanwhile, America's falling apart. The Lord is playing in this place, man. All right. Someone was just, I keep getting these little things, but someone was talking about those earthquakes in California. I didn't realize that there have been so many aftershocks after the two big earthquakes, man. And it destroyed the valley, man. I've been out in the valley, man.
Yeah, because she keep making songs about fucking on some house in the valley.
Yeah. Oh, man. I used to have to call every time I went to the valley.
Right, the roads are cracking on infrastructure that already had a D. What was it? A D to
D
F?
minus.
A D minus, right? A D minus grade, man. Because they were showing how the roads were cracking. These are already roads that are already on.
Yeah, because you got nothing out there. You got I-5 that goes straight through. That's the fastest way from Northern California to Southern California is I-5. 101 is a more scenic route. That's the route along along the ocean and the curves and stuff. But the straight route is I-5 because they had the pickup truck that came out in the 90s outrunning them damn CHP when that cyclone came. You know, that cyclone, that GMC cyclone, that pickup truck, you know, that thing it was 205 miles per hour. It was faster than some motorcycles. They were outrunning the CHP, and all the drug dealers were using. They would fill up the back of that truck and just outrun the CHP with that straight shot. Yeah, them cyclones were no joke, man. Fools were killing themselves in them too, man. And that's, hey, that thing came stock out of the factory, man. It was outrunning fucking Ferraris and shit. So you had a $30,000 truck that was smoking $200,000 cars. Man. It was crazy. But you know, so like if you're in San Francisco, Oakland, it took you an hour. It's a change, man. About an hour to get to I-5 because you had to go out away west, away from the, you know, to get to that road that was in the. It was 99 and I-5. Those were the two that ran straight through the state that were out in the valley. All right, and like you said, all those roads are cracked. Whole cities are destroyed, man. Churches. Buildings, and she was talking about the lyrics to that song, Midnight Oil, man. So how can we sleep when our beds are burning? And all these places are burning down, man. America's burning down, man. It's done. As a matter of fact, somebody find that because now she got me curious. Somebody find the lyrics to Midnight Oil, beds are burning.
I got a precept real quick. This is Ruth chapter 4, verse 32. It says, "Miserable are the cities.
There you go.
Which thy children serve. Miserable is she that received thy sons." That's right, man. The Lord is breaking down Babylon from region to region, man. You know, financially to the infrastructures, every piece of this place is falling.
Well, he got it on the screen. Go ahead. Oh, thank you. Bring it on up.
Off in the screen share.
Because did not the scriptures say that when the Lord came, the fire will be kindled, man? It's already going to be burning, man. It's, you know, cities around the world been burning. Hell, you had 77,000 acres burning in Alaska just recently, man. All right? And I remember this song, man. But, you know, that was so long ago. This song came out when I was like a teenager, man. The Blackwood, the Desert Oak, the Holy Rex, the Holy Diesels, the Speed. In 45 degrees, the time has come to say fair's fair, to pay the Esau got to pay, to say fair's fair, to pay the rent, to pay our share. The time has come. A fact's a fact. It be the history that we bring out. If the land belongs to us, let's give it. God damn. All right. Wait, dude. Right. I wish I still had that picture. Right. They said, can we dance when our earth is turning? How do we sleep when our beds are burning, man? Esau know he going down, man.
That's right.
How can we dance when the earth is turning? How can we sleep when our beds are burning? The time has come to say fair is fair, to pay the rent, to pay our share. You're right. The four wheels scare the cockatoos from Kitor east of Yen Demu. The western desert lives in the western desert is what? Shook and burned. It said the time has come to say fair is fair, to pay the rent, to pay our share. The time has come, facts are fact, it belongs to them. So what belongs to us? America. The world. The world belongs to, does it not say, give me that scripture, say the world was created for our sake.
6.
Wow, man, that's heavy, man. Esau knew, just like that one song came out, you know, probably about 8-9 years ago, when we ruled the world. When it talks about the lies of the Roman Catholic Church. Yeah, the Coldplay song. Pull up the lyrics to that, man.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Is that when you conference?
When I ruled the world?
Yeah. Go ahead and bring out the scripture, brother, and find that.
This is 2 Ezra 6 and verse 55. All this I have spoken before thee, O Lord, because thou madest the world for our sakes.
Come on. Go ahead.
It says, and as for other people which also come of Adam, thou hast said that they are nothing, but be like unto spittle, and hast likened the abundance of them unto a drop that falleth from a vessel.
Okay, now let's find out what Viva La Vida means. Goodbye. What does it mean? Let's look that up in the Latin. Live la vida loca, right? Okay, live in Latin. Okay.
And that YOLO Ricky
That was a jam. Yeah, I feel bad as he from like thing too. Sounds good.
Right, live life.
Go ahead, bro. Bring it up.
It's Galatians 6 and 7. It says, "Be not deceived, and how is not mocked. For whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he also reap."
That shall he also reap, man. Let's get the lyrics and let's see. All right. I used to rule the world. So what they did? They used the world. Seas would rise when I gave the word. Now in the morning I sleep alone. Sweep in the streets I used to own. Wow. They sleeping in the streets. What they used to own. This is right. So many homeless Edomite. I used to roll the dice and feel the fear of my enemy's eyes. Listen as a crowd would sing. Now the old king is dead. Long live the king. Right. So everybody's uprising now, man. All right. 1 minute I held the key. Next to the walls were closed on me. The walls were closed on me. And I discovered that my castle stand upon pillars of salt and pillars of sickness. Yeah. I hear Jerusalem bells are ringing. Roman cavalry choirs are singing. By my mirror, my sword, and my shield, whose gift was a sword, man. My missionaries and that's basically what they did. First, what happened? First, they sent in the military, then they sent in the missionaries. That was Esau's MO. I conquer you, and then I indoctrinate you with Jezreel. All right? It says, so my missionaries is a foreign field. Wow. Esau always never keepeth at home. Somebody get that. And pushing that philosophy, that wine. All right? For some reason I can't explain. Once you go, there was never an honest word. That once you go, there was never an honest word, and that was when I ruled the world. Because what does he rule with lies?
Yeah.
He and deceitfully, and deceit has he ruled and controlled. All right, it was a wicked and wild. Let's get some of those scriptures first.
This is Habakkuk 2 and 5. Yea, also because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home. Who enlargeth his desirous hell, and is as death, and cannot be satisfied.
Right.
But gathered unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people.
Right, and one of the ways he do that, he always sent his missionaries. And then what? And then once he get control of the dominion, he falsified history and taught false and fake history. All right, I had some guy on the old videos talking about stop appropriating our heritage. You were not the Vikings. No, you're right. My tribe wasn't the Vikings. All right, but somebody else's was, you asshole. And they were Israelites for sure. Right? They weren't Edomites. Go ahead, read.
This is Revelation 12 and 9. And the great dragon was cast out. That old serpent called the devil and Satan. And you go to 2 Thessalonians, the 2nd chapter. All right, Isaiah 14. That devil, all right, Lucifer is a man. The current rulers, the same rulers we're talking about. The rulers that ruled Rome, Edomites, which rule now.
Yeah.
Right?
And he said, never an honest word. And that was when I ruled the world.
Yeah. The mystery of iniquity already worked. Who was ruling when Paul wrote that? Rome. All right, so what did he do? He deceived the whole world. He was cast down to the earth, and his angels were cast out with him. And we in that time, he's been cast out the earth, man. Esau Edom's being brought low. The streets he once owned, now he got to sweep them. Like the other Malcolm said, it was a fake Jew over there that had to give him a lift. Or was doing lift the Ubers or whatever, man.
And he was doing the rental thing.
Oh shit! You
got fake Jews downtown doing DoorDash and Uber Eats on bikes.
Oh yeah, when I was doing Instacart, I was downtown.
See that? Take a picture. Yeah.
These Edomites doing Instacart. They dumb don't know how to grocery shop, so they never had to do it. So they fucking fresh out of college or whatever. All right, they ain't never did it. So they don't know where to go. This out here looking lost, looking at their cell phones, don't know where to go. It's dumb as hell, man. Doing the same shit I'm down there.
They
Revelation.
haven't cut our string yet. We good?
Too many knockouts. This is Revelation 17:1.
That flying knee to that crowd.
Ooh.
Yeah, right.
That, man, I was so glad to see his big face ass get sleep.
Like those extra couple punches too.
Oh yeah, then he gave him a 2-piece.
Hey.
And he always talking about a 2-piece in the soap.
He said he gave the whole MGM buffet.
Go ahead,
Hey.
brother.
I got one more song y'all might want to pull up.
Let's finish this one first, brother.
This is Revelation 17 and verse 1, and then I'll jump down to 15. It says, and there came one of the 7 angels which had the 7 vials, and talked with me, saying unto me, Come hither, I will show unto thee the judgment of the great whore that sitteth upon many waters.
And then whore is talking about America. All right, Great Babylon, man. That's America, man. Who runs the world? Who polices the world? Who's the hammer of the earth? All right? Who made the world get down Christianity? Hey, them Edomites that got hit with them arrows a few months back, where did they come from?
Yeah.
Who can't you talk about?
Right, they were trying to bring Cesare, man. They was like
Right.
trying to run away, trying to pull their buddy. They was getting hit with arrows. They hit the ass. Like, who run, nigga?
We ain't following
Little
that.
fast. They were fucking them up with arrows, man.
Yeah.
Who put sanctions on so-called, supposedly sovereign countries? All right?
Hey, them people remember what happened last time y'all red asses showed up.
Right.
No, ain't none of that. We don't know BDs, we don't know none of that shit, man. Take these arrows.
They said it's smallpox.
Right. Fool me one time, shame on.
Right.
Hey, fool me 3 times, can't get fooled again.
Hit their ass with arrows, man. Literally.
It's Revelation 17 and 15. It says, And he said unto me, The waters which thou sawest, where the horse sitteth, are peoples and multitudes and nations and tongues. So that was Esau, like the other had brought out. This Esau, the same man that heaped himself all people, that now needs to close borders. When in Ellis Island was give us our tired, give your sick, give us your dumb. All right, and now all of a sudden, because the wealth is gone about this place, now they have to shut borders. All right, this country that prided itself on including everybody now is going to have to wants to ask you on your census whether you're a citizen, which the census is really only to allocate money and resources. They have nothing to do with citizenship, man.
Yeah, that's what it's all about, so that they can keep money and among the Edomites, and then label people that are not Edomites as Edomites.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Okay, let's read on. It says, and it was a wild, wicked, and wild wind blew down the doors. It can be said, Hiroshima, Nagasaki, who created the nuclear technology that's been destroying anyway. Shattered windows, and then all the experiments, how they fucked up the oceans and all those little islands out there. You know, even people out there being radiated and sick and shit from all the testing. It shattered windows and the sounds of drums. People could not believe what I become. Right? Because now people realize that Esau Edom is the damn devil. Mm-hmm. Right? Revolutionists wait for my head on a silver plate. Just as a puppet on a lonely string. All right, because now because you these presidents and officials are being controlled by Amalek. Mm-hmm. All right? Who would ever want to be king? And Donald Trump is just another puppet, man. Mm-hmm. All right? Just another puppet. All right? Well, what was that scripture about the mushroom plot?
Scroll as a scroll.
Yeah, right.
Have a scroll.
Yeah, give me that.
Why they give that? Can I read one for you?
Absolutely.
This is 2 Esdras 15:16. For there shall be sedition. I'm gonna start at 15. For the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another.
Those are your revolutionaries, man. Like the chick Luca.
All
right.
And swords in their hands, for there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. And we live in that time. People are rising up against the rulers of the land.
Here in America. Man.
That's right. And militias are being formed and strengthened every day, man. And these are Edomites. Yeah. All right? You see it on Instagram or Facebook or whatever. I ain't on Facebook. You see the shit.
Yeah.
They teach they
and they learning bushcraft.
Yep.
And they be showing off all their little bushcraft packs and stuff. I get the things on. They creating all these little secret pouches and all this stuff to carry weapons.
Yep.
Yeah, man,
Teaching
they
their
get ready.
children that shit, how to shoot,
Uh-huh.
going over different
How to make
strategies,
fires, how to cook lizards and snakes and shit.
And the scripture says that every hand of the wicked shall be upon them, man.
Yeah, and so they worried about what Jacob be doing, man. Your biggest threat is gonna come from your own people.
Yep. Shit like
What's up?
This is real quick Isaiah 19 and 19 and 2. And I will set the Egyptians
the
against
first verse.
This is Isaiah 19 and 1. The burden of Egypt. Behold, the Lord rideth upon a swift cloud and shall come into Egypt.
So what's in the end of the day, our Lord is on his way, man. Everything we saying is basically the trumpet's being blown for the king to arrive, man. All right. Yeah, they always got somebody to play the trumpets to announce the king's arrival in his entrance.
Herald.
Yeah.
It says, and the idols of Egypt shall be moved at his presence, and the heart of Egypt shall melt in the midst of it.
That's right. That's why the morale is through in this place. Everybody's fucking depressed.
Cops is committing suicide.
Huh.
The military guys are committing suicide. You know, the morale is low. They have very low enrollment. We got a lot of AWOLs, right? And what's that? What they call it? Stop loss. They made that movie Stop Loss a couple years ago. If you never seen it, I highly suggest it, man. Stop. Yeah, it was pretty good. It's about guys that they try to who serve their contract and they try to bring them back in the military to make them go back over there anyway.
Damn.
All right.
Back in Isaiah 19 and 2. And I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, and they shall fight everyone against his brother, and everyone against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom.
There you go, man. And that's been Esau, Edom's MO. And now people are coming against the king, man. All right? And let me see. It says, I hear Jerusalem bells are ringing, Roman cavalry choirs are singing. Be my mirror, my sword, and my shield, my missionaries in the foreign field. That made, when I'm reading it again, did not Christopher Columbus say he didn't put down his sword? He proud. I know St. Peter won't call my name. Esau knows he's finished, man. They said, because what did the Pope just do? Give me Revelation 22 and 18. All right, what did the Pope just do? He went and changed the Lord's Prayer. All right, so no, your name, your Esau has been written out of the book of life. These motherfuckers know, man. I know St. Peter won't call my name, never an honest word, but that was when I ruled the world. Who the so-called white man, which I hate that word. Only saying it so that you idiots out there, anyone new would know what we're talking about. We're talking about Edomites, man. There's no such thing as white people. All right? All right, it says, I hear Jerusalem bells are ringing, Roman cavalry choirs are singing, be my mirror, my sword, and my shield, my missionaries in the foreign field. For some reason I can't explain, I know St. Peter won't call my name, never an honest word, but that's when I rule the world. So-called white man is a liar. All right, Esau Edom is a liar. His history is false. All right, and then they get mad, like this idiot on my video talking about stop appropriating our heritage. You know what? I'm gonna appropriate your teeth out of your mouth. Yeah, how about this out there?
Right. You want the Revelations 22?
God, and if you can get that quote, somebody can look up that quote. Say it. Read the Revelation.
This is Revelation 22 and 18. For I testify to every man that heareth the words of the prophecy of this book. If any man shall add unto these things, Yahweh shall add unto him the plagues that are written in this book. And if any man shall take away from the words of the book of this prophecy, Yahweh shall take away his part out of the book of life and out of the holy city and from the things which are written in this book.
There you go, man. So he's like the lyric said, he knows St. Peter won't call his name. He don't got no place, man. And just so you know, Peter is King David, man. And all you're going to get from King David is his sword in his book. All right? or backhand with them majestic rings that he's gonna be wearing on his fingers. Right? When he give you the royal Judas slap. Like this, not like this, but like this.
Not like this.
Go ahead, brother.
This is Hebrews 12 and 16. Lest there be any fornicator or profane person as Esau, who for one morsel of meat sold his birthright. For ye know how that afterward, when he would have inherited the blessing, he was rejected. For he found no place of repentance, though he sought it carefully with tears.
Right, so all your crying and whining is gonna get you nothing. Right? Like you said in your lyrics in the song, you said Peter ain't calling you. You ain't on the list, homie. You trying to get in the club. I was like, and you ain't on the list. You see, that's right. I was just watching right, and then that was in my head, right? We just watched it. I still gotta do a couple sit downs on a couple different scenes, man.
I got that. Yeah. Christian Corner says these people are very unskilled in arms. It's 50 men, they can all be subjected and make you all at one which.
Right. So basically, if we come up with our metal suits and our swords, they can't. 50 of us can just annihilate hundreds of them at a time and just take over. And that's exactly what they did. And they did that, and they put them on slave ships and took them back to Seville, Spain. Thus, Seville, Spain became the reverse slave capital of the world. Esau will start talking about the triangle slave trade, but yet he won't admit, openly, that the slave trade started with the so-called Northern Kingdom, but the Northern Kingdom, so-called Latinos and Hispanics, that it started with them, right? And that they were taking them back and forth to Europe, man. All right? Then they started going to Africa, and that's your triangle, right there. Europe, Africa, America. Europe, Africa, and America. That's your triangle, man. And those ships were leaving America. They were full of natives, man. You try to cover that bullshit. You try to cover it up, man. You full of shit, man. Go ahead, bro.
Sirach 16 and 17 say not that I will hide myself from the Lord. Shall anyone remember me from above? I shall not be remembered among so many people. But what is my soul among such an infinite number of creatures? Since behold, the heaven and the heaven of heavens, the deep and the earth, and all that therein is, shall be moved when he shall visit. Since the mountains also and the foundations of the earth shall be shaken with trembling when the Lord looketh upon them. Right? Yeah, so the Lord's coming back, man. He's coming back with vengeance. He's coming back to avenge his people. And there's no payment that you can give him, man. As the scripture says, it says, if you recompense me, I shall send your recompense upon your own head.
There it is.
Right? He said the gold is mine, the silver is mine.
Right.
If I was hungry, I wouldn't tell you. It's all his shit anyway.
Right.
You know?
And you know what, Benji, we're going to get ready to wrap it up. Let's wrap it up. Let's see if we can find that song, that part from that movie 1776. Okay. The guy sings about the rum, molasses, and muskets. Slaves, no. Rum's molasses, the musical, the song. Molasses.
To rum.
To rum.
1776 molasses to rum.
Yeah, there you go. And this was them proudly singing about the slave trade and those very images. And those, there we go. Let's finish with that.
Play it?
Yeah, let's play it. And let Israel see it. That those who have not seen it, man. Yeah, it's about maybe a good 4 minutes long. It's his little performance. But you know what? It's something that needs to be seen, man. If it don't get your blood boiling, make you angry, man. Make you want to go out and become a hunter, right? And I'm not saying that you do it any time yet, but it don't make you feel like that. Something wrong with you.
For the sake of Esau, we are completely aligned with the fair use laws. We are not making money off of this, okay? And it's a snippet from the movie. All right, so you can't cut out videos from playing this.
Disclaimer, yeah. Right? We're not making any earnings whatsoever from this.
Northern brethren, Peter had been tender toward our slaves. They will keep slaves. Oh, they are willing to be considerable carriers of slaves and others. They're willing for the ship. Well, haven't you heard the sound? Cling, cling. Lashes to run, to slay. Oh, what a beautiful voice. You dance with us, we dance with you in the lashes and rum and stern. Oh, sail the ships of Boston, laden with Bibles and rum. Who drinks a toast to the ivory coast? Here Africa our slavers have come. New England with Bibles and rum. And he's off with the rum and the Bibles. Take on the slaves, clink, clink. Then hail and farewell to the smell of the African coast. Molasses to rum, to slave. 'Tisn't models, 'tis money that saves. Shall we dance to the sound of the profitable pound in molasses and rum and slaves? Who'll sail the ships of Guinea, laden with Bibles and slaves? 'Tis Boston and Post, the West Indies coast, Jamaica, we brown watching braves, Antigua, Barbados, with Bibles and slaves. Gentlemen, you mustn't think that
This shit making me mad, man. But it just goes to show you that they took our book and used it against us. All right? Printed it in a language that we did not speak, and then said that they were us. It said that we were evil. All right? So with that, we hope this was edifying and eye-opening. We're going to give all praises, glory, and honor to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Barak Kodash.
Wa Abba Ball.
Abba Ball.
Kwam Yashua.
Kwam Yashua.